Bitcoin is about to change everything forever. Prices of everything are actually falling, but you've been lied to. What if I told you the economy is a massive illusion and Bitcoin is exposing the truth? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never see money the same way again. Now, I want to actually touch a few interesting points. The first one is why we are all being robbed. Most people don't actually realize this, but free markets are naturally deflationary. Technology is making everything cheaper, but governments can't let that happen because our system is built on debt and credit. If prices fell, the entire financial house of cards would collapse. That's why they print money, to keep the illusion alive. But here's the thing, Bitcoin doesn't play by their rules. It exposes the scam by running on a fixed supply. Measured in Bitcoin, everything is actually getting cheaper. While your dollars buy you less, your sats buy you more. The world just hasn't caught up yet, but when it does, there's no going back. If you refer back to the early days of civilization, where we didn't have any technology, where we didn't have any internet in which to publish podcasts such as these to potentially millions of viewers out there, it's not the quite same thing if I were to visit hundreds of villages to make up that million target audience by hand. It's not the same thing. And technology and internet and mobile phones should bring all the prices down to zero, because there isn't a need to expend the effort. In fact, it should come to a point where, given with all the amount of technology that we have, the work should be done for you. And in fact, we are seeing this now clearly in the advent of AI, artificial intelligence, and this famous notion of autonomous AI agents to take care of the mundane tasks that is, prohibitively expensive for us to do, or it just simply doesn't have any value, right? So given all of this, it makes total sense to me that we should be living in a deflationary world on those terms. And why Bitcoin is really the savior, is like the light in the end of the tunnel, is precisely given its attributes of a fixed supply of 21 million coins. Everything should be measured in Bitcoin terms. So in terms of prices with respect to Bitcoin, it should be truly deflationary. So in effect, the Bitcoin actually helps to reset the balances of pricing. So this is a very interesting notion. This leads me to my next point about Bitcoin's unstoppable growth, why we are already losing money. Well, here's a fact that will actually blow your mind. Bitcoin has grown at an average of, let's say, 45% per year for the last 15 years it's been in existence. Meanwhile, your safe investments like real estate and stocks barely scrape 10%. So that means you're losing 35% or more every year by not holding Bitcoin. But people don't see it because they measure Bitcoin in fiat dollars terms instead of measuring everything else in Bitcoin. So the truth, Bitcoin isn't volatile. Fiat is collapsing against it, and if you're still waiting for the perfect time to buy, just simply wake up. It's not going to happen. Every second you hold cash instead of Bitcoin, you're bleeding wealth, and that is the bottom line. So the final point is Bitcoin self-custody leads to 0% counterparty risk, because you're simply holding the Bitcoins yourself. So the entire financial system is built on trust, but history has shown time and time again that trusting centralized institutions with your money is a ticking time bomb. Just look at what happened with banks freezing assets, or indeed crypto exchanges collapsing overnight. If you don't hold your own keys, you don't own your Bitcoin, period. Exactly the same notion with our savings held in bank accounts. It's not our money. They may claim that it is our money, but in fact it's not, because it's deposited elsewhere. It's deposited outside the realm of our control. So we can treat it as credit. The beauty of Bitcoin, nevertheless, is that it's the first asset in history where you can have total financial control with zero counterparty risk. No banks, no intermediaries, just you and your wealth. But here's the scary part. Most people are still handing over their Bitcoin to exchanges and third parties. Don't be one of them. Self-custody is indeed the future. Take control before it's too late. So as a wrap-up to today's episode, here's the bottom line. We've never had a free market before Bitcoin. The system you're in is built on debt manipulation, and stealing your purchasing power. But now we have a way out. Bitcoin is the only asset repricing everything in real time. And if you're still thinking in dollars or in other fiat currencies, you're just simply missing the revolution, missing the boat happening right now. If you learned something today, smash that like button, drop Bitcoin Boom in the comments, and share this with someone still trapped in fiat thinking terms. Subscribe now for the biggest Bitcoin insights, because the future of finance is happening right now. So until next time.